This week for today's Q&A Day Wednesday, we're actually going to answer two questions. The first was a video that I made that I was initially just going to do as the one and only question that I answer for the week. And then I just kind of realized it didn't really have to do too much with being Madden related. So I'm going to answer both questions. The first one is by KO2289, and he asks, hey, Mr. Smith, how do you feel about the Miami Dolphins being rumored to acquire Mike Wallace? Miami is my favorite team in real life, but in Madden, I feel like they're missing a deep threat and speed at the wide receiver position. And they may be my favorite team in Madden as well next year. So I definitely chose to answer this question this week because the Miami Dolphins are my favorite team as well. And I also did a video earlier in the year about Mike Wallace being a glitch in Madden 13. I do believe that he is one of the best receivers in the entire game. Anytime it's one-on-one coverage, all you have to do is max protect, drop back, and just lob it up deep, and he's going to go and get it. And if he doesn't outrun the coverage, then, he's still tall enough. He's 6 foot tall that you can go up and maybe try to make a catch yourself. So Mike Wallace, at 98 speed, 94 agility, and 99 acceleration, and 6 feet tall, he's just an absolute monster in the game. He does only have an 87 overall rating. As far as Madden is concerned, I love Mike Wallace on the Dolphins. I'm a little upset that Reggie Bush isn't going to be there next year because I do use the Dolphins in Madden a good amount. I'm not true to them, like I like to use all different teams. But Reggie Bush in Madden, he always breaks that first tackle. If you ever play with him, you'll always notice that as soon as he gets hit, even if he gets tackled right away, it's just like he bounces off that first tackle. And I love that, and I love his speed for Madden. So it's unfortunate that we're going to miss him. We do have Lamar Smith, who is really fast himself. He doesn't quite break tackles like Reggie, but yeah, the Dolphins are going to be a good team. And as I'm making this video, Mike Wallace did sign, of course, with the Miami Dolphins. And I just read that they're looking to sign OCU Minora as well. I'm not saying that they're going to for sure. Either him or Elvis Dumerville are two guys that they're looking at. That would make them a really solid Madden team. Without a doubt, to have those guys, Cameron Wake on one side, Minora on the other, speed with Mike Wallace. Tannehill is a really good quarterback. We'd have speed at running back. I love Charles Clay at tight end. We definitely miss Vontae Davis and Sean Smith. As far as Madden goes, those guys were, some of the top corners drafted in any fantasy league that I've been in for the last couple years. And now we're not going to have either of those guys. So that definitely hurts the secondary. I wouldn't say that Miami would be one of the best teams, but they would definitely have some good pieces. Now, as far as Mike Wallace in the real NFL, which is what I'm mainly concerned about because I'm a diehard Dolphins. They're my favorite sports franchise of all time. I live and breathe Miami Dolphins, and it's been a long time since we've won. And as much as I love Mike Wallace, and I do agree that, Tannehill needs that deep threat. Hartline is a second receiver. Hartline's not a number one receiver. But Hartline as, a second receiver is really good. Like I said, we got the running game. Lamar Smith, he looks to be like he could do okay. I still, I understand going with the younger guy. Reggie Bush is getting a little bit older. But Reggie Bush proved that he can be a between the tackles runner. And he did really well. Considering that we didn't have any weapons through the air, Reggie Bush ran the ball really, really well. My only concern is that the Steelers, the Pittsburgh Steelers are the best football organization in NFL history. They just are. They know how to get it done. As much as I hate to say that, I'm not a big Pittsburgh fan. I love Bill Cowher, but they just know how to get it done. They never build their teams through free agency. If anybody ever messes up or does anything wrong, they're just like, okay, you're out the door. Just like Santonio Holmes. When Santonio Holmes was on Pittsburgh, some of the catches that he made, some of the times where Ben Roethlisberger would throw to him and just rely on him, like in that Super Bowl drive, he threw the ball to Santonio Holmes all the way down the field. And to cap it off, Santonio Holmes made that incredible catch. And they just let him go like he was nothing. And now look at him. You know, what's he doing? He's doing nothing. Now, he's got Mark Sanchez throwing him the ball. But Tannehill's only got 1 year. You know, I do believe in the sophomore slump. So it's not a guarantee that Mike Wallace is just going to come over to Miami and just do what we think he's going to do. You know, Santonio Holmes was unbelievable in Pittsburgh. And Pittsburgh just said, you know what? Yeah, let's just trade this guy for, what was it, a 5th-round pick, I think? Something like that. And they don't even miss him. It was like it was nothing. So I'm still a little weary on that. But, you know, Miami, I don't know. It's like I never see a team win Super Bowls or do great in the playoffs that build their team through free agency. You got to build your team from the ground up. You have to know how to draft players. And we've been doing a little bit better job. We've been drafting some good guys lately. But we've also signed a lot of free agents this year, and that scares me. You know, the really, really good teams, aside from, you know, Deion Sanders signing with the Cowboys and the Niners back in the day, you know, that's only one guy to help you put it over the top. But to build your team through free agency, kind of what we've done this year with Ellerbe, and, you know, not a fan of it, to be honest with you. So it makes me a little skeptical. And those are my thoughts on Mike Wallace being a Miami Dolphin for the real NFL and for Madden. Love talking Dolphins any chance that I get. I'm excited about Mike Wallace. Hope it works out. And I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Thanks a lot, guys.
So today for Q&A Wednesday, we're going to do something a little bit different. I had a live question from someone who wanted to be able to record videos and didn't really know what the setup was like, if you had to have your hog near your computer, what kind of editing you had to do, just like all these kinds of things. I did answer part of his question, but the other thing is he wanted to kind of get an idea of what my setup was like to be able to do this. So I figured I'd go all out and just show what exactly I have in my room with my Xbox and how I go about having stuff close together so that it's easily accessible. So here in the room where I play and everything is my main television, and the way that I have this set up is, as you can see, it's my computer desktop. It's a dual monitor. So over on my main screen, if I want to say watch YouTube or Netflix, or maybe watch a video on Twitch, or even just a video of a game that I've played or something, I just go on my computer and I just drag this over and take it full screen. Oops. Hit that play button. What's happening? There we go. Anyway, so I can watch any game. I can watch, like I said, Netflix or anything on full screen. The way that it works, just by that, is, as you can see, I'm just kind of dragging it. I have it on this screen, and then I just drag it over. And as I'm dragging it over, it comes and it plays on my 42-inch television. I can watch whatever I want there. And like I said, I do have my computer set up right next to it. So I'm sitting in my chair, and this is exactly what I look at. Got my computer over at the Madden lab. This is where I do my video editing. So this is where I start, stop, and record all of my videos that I do. And then just right next to that is the Xbox. So I'm playing my games. I'm sitting here like this. This is where I play. As you can see, my controller's right there. Just kind of lean forward, play here, have access to my computer and all the editing or anything that I need to do there, and, you know, still be able to watch TV or watch another, you know, somebody else, if they're streaming, be able to watch them, you know, stream their game as I'm playing on the computer, playing on the Xbox as well. And, you know, here is the Xbox along with the hog recorder, so I just kind of have it right on top. And I also have an iPad sitting right there. So this is the TGL chat box. So basically, you know, this is where I talk to a lot of the Madden guys from TGL. And so just kind of, instead of having to always go back and use this computer, I can just always glance over and see, you know, what's going on, who's saying what, look at the updated threads, updated tips, and, you know, just see what's going on over at TGL. And that's basically it. You do need to have your Hauppauge close to your computer if you want to be able to do YouTube tips or record your games or anything like that. So make sure that it doesn't have to be necessarily on the same desk, but it is ideal because, like I said, you can just you're playing your game and you can go over and hit record or stop or any kind of thing that you need to do for that. So I hope that answers your question, and we'll see you guys next week with another answer to Q&A Wednesdays. Don't forget to leave your questions in the comment section for this video, because that's generally where I'm going to be answering the questions. So you guys have a good one.